Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound and welcome to this 5th update for my project polish this year, and this is the use that I've had out of my project polishes in the months of September and October. So this is where we had got to at the end of the last update with 7 polishes finished. I like to update my polishes in the order that I brought them into the project. So the first one I'm showing you here is Indian Ocean by Model Zone. And this is an absolutely beautiful topper that I've fallen in love with during this project, and I have now purchased a full-size bottle of this. And you can see there that there is practically nothing left of this polish. I've probably got one more use left in it, so a bit annoyed that I didn't manage to make it there in time for this video, but I'm sure I will finish it up by the next update. When you look at it in this footage, it does look like it's a little bit more full, but you have got a mixer ball in there as well, which is making it look a little fuller. I did use this one quite a bit over the last 2 months. I don't always take pictures of all of the manicures that I do, but where I have got pictures, I'll insert them along with the polishes as we go along. Next we've got Porchester Square by Nails Inc, and I have worn this one a lot since the last update, as you can see by the amount of little windows that you've got in the bottle there. I have also had to thin this one, so it would have had more progress than is showing here if I hadn't have done that, but it was getting a little difficult to work with. So you can just about see that this polish is now at the level at the bottom of the word flammable. It is now a 1 coater because it's thickened up a little bit, so that is also slowing down my progress. Here are a few of the manicures that I used this polish with. First of all, a nice work appropriate manicure with ballerina sparkles from Princess Nail Lacquer. Then I used it in this manicure for the first prompt for the Glams Nail Challenge for November on Instagram, and it was the base for this sponged gradient manicure. I also used it as a base for this Mani Swap Circle manicure that I did. And I also wore it with one of my toppers from Illamasqua. Because I'm working on site a lot more now, I have been using this one as my neutral nail polish quite a lot. The next one is Polish Me Royalties Ha Ha Ha, and this is a tiny little bottle of the topper that I also have in a full-size bottle. Ever so pretty, those beautiful little flakies that are cut quite small make a lovely topper. I have used this one, but you don't really have much, if any, visible progress, just maybe the tiniest bit of progress that you can see on this one. Then we have Kirsty by Ada's Nails, and I have worn this lovely grey a few times now. You can get confused into thinking it's lower down the bottle than it actually is, because it has separated a bit, so it's not the dark line that you're looking at, but there is another small line just above that one. And you can see the progress a little bit better on this image here, where you can get the light just poking through the bottle a little bit more. And here's one of the manicures that I used it for as the base for this autumnal plaid design. The next one we have is Polish Me Royalties 3 Libras. I'm not sure whether this was meant to be a topper or not when I first got it. I can't remember if it was a full coverage glitter or not. It has been thinned a few times, and that makes it into more of a topper. But after a couple of uses, it does thicken out again and becomes more of a full coverage glitter. So not quite sure how to categorise this one. Next we've got Cuccio's Illumination. This one definitely is a topper. It's got a fine silver shimmer in it and the various colours of iridescent and blue glitters. Just goes a little bit purple against the light there as well. Very pretty topper, but I don't love it as much as I used to, so I'm quite pleased it's in this project and I'm working on using it up. So although I have used this polish, there's no real visible progress on this one. Although the glitter's a bit lower down than the line, the actual nail polish fill line is around about where it was before. And next we have my nemesis for this project this year, and this is Verbena by Sinful Colours. I am now very sure that when I first marked this I put the mark in the wrong place because I've used this polish a lot and I'm barely only just below the mark now. I have got this polish on my nails in this video together with a topping of Unicornucopia by Polish Me Royalty, which you'll see in a couple of minutes. And unfortunately, because I had just polished my nails with this polish just before doing the video, you really can't see the progress on it because it's now stuck all around the bottle itself. But when I last looked at it before filming, it was definitely a little bit below that mark. So here's a couple of the manicures that I used it with. I used it as a base for Imagine by Tonic Polish, and I also used it in this birthday manicure for George of George's Nails 83, and I used it with a magnetic topper over the middle two fingers and topped all of that with one of the OPI sheer paints. Next up we have Ultraviolet by Layla, and I haven't reached for this one at all since my last update, so obviously no progress to show on this one. Then we have Unicornucopia by Polish Me Royalty. I have used this one a few times and we have got some visible progress on this one. I'm going to be very sad when this one is finished. I love this topper, it's so pretty, and I haven't got anything else quite like it. But I do want to use it up before it becomes too thick and gloopy, and I have already thinned this polish, so I want to enjoy it and get the most out of it before it becomes unusable. So you can see that we do have a little bit of visible progress on this polish, although not a great deal. It is just below the line that I marked last time. Then we have Essie's Jump Into My Jumpsuit, and this was new into the project last time. I have used this polish and because these bottles are so small they do go down fairly quickly, and you can see there is that little bit of progress on this polish already, even although I think I only wore it just the one time. So this is the manicure that I used it for the When Colours Collide challenge on Instagram. And finally, the other polish that was new into the project last time is Deep Coral by Max Factor. And this is a beautiful autumnal orange with that gold shimmer in it as well. And I have used this quite a few times over the last couple of months. So you do have a little bit of visible progress on this one. So here it is worn on its own. And I also used it for some Halloween nail art. So last time I set myself some goals, and that was to use 3 Libras and Illumination, and to try and finish Indian Ocean, and to get some visible progress on Verbena. Well, I did use 3 Libras and Illumination, didn't quite manage to finish Indian Ocean, and I did have some visible progress on Verbena, but unfortunately you didn't get to see that in this video. So my goals for the end of this year is to try and finish up Indian Ocean as well as Kirsty and Jump In My Jumpsuit, and that would make a total of 10 polishes finished overall this year, which is 1 less than last year, which is a little bit disappointing, but I have also had other projects on the go as well. As well as finishing up those 3, I do also want to make sure that I use 3 Libras, Ha 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 and Illumination again at least 1 more time each. So here we are with the nail wheel with no changes unfortunately to mark on this one, with no polishes finished this time, and then of course the 11 polishes that are still remaining in my project. Thanks for watching, and I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.